What is up guys, Syed here, and today I am in the 2022 Kia Cerato. This is the GT line, so this is the highest end variant that you can get in Singapore. There are three variants basically, the L, the EX and the GT. Okay, so I have the price list here with me. So some quick specs for this Cerato. This is actually the facelift Cerato. It's not a new generation, okay, it's a facelift. And this has the same engine as the pre-facelift, the 1.6 Gamma engine, naturally aspirated, 128 horsepower, 155 Newton meters of torque. If you are researching this car, right, I highly suggest looking at local publications rather than overseas ones, because in other markets like Australia and all that, they get a Cerato with like a 1.6 turbo engine, whereas Singapore we only get the 1.6 NA. Okay, so yeah, it varies depending on which market you are looking at. And also another thing is that Singapore we only get all black interior. Overseas they get like a brown black interior combination, which actually looks very nice. Okay, so from the outside, of course you can tell the difference between the facelift and the pre-facelift. Okay, the difference is quite big. This facelifted Kia Cerato I think looks very futuristic. It actually reminds me a bit of the new Avante from certain angles. Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty good looking car. This GT line gets the LED headlamps, LED tail lights, LED daytime running lights, because yeah, it's the highest spec version, right? So yeah, it gets all the best stuff. Okay, interior, this screen has been upgraded. Now it's about 10.25 inches I think. Yeah, 10.25 inches, so you can see it's quite big, but I don't know why Apple CarPlay only takes up like 3/4 of the screen. So yeah, this is touchscreen of course, and the buttons below here are all touch sensitive, very responsive. The resolution is also very clear. Yeah, dual zone climate control. This car also comes with 2 USB ports and one 12-volt socket. One interesting feature, or not interesting feature, one useful feature this car has is the ventilated seats for both driver and passenger. So this is quite useful because you can air your balls while driving. Oh yeah, this car also comes with memory seats for the driver only, okay, because the passenger one is manual. Okay, you can see that it's, yeah, passenger side is manual, driver side is electric, and it has memory seats, so that's quite useful also. This seat is in my original driver's position. You can see I have more than one knuckle of knee room, and my feet are comfortably under the driver's seat, so there's plenty of space. Center transmission tunnel isn't that big, so middle seat passengers will have leg room. Alright, you also get rear aircon, very useful. There's just about one knuckle of headroom for middle seat passengers, and yeah, just about one knuckle of headroom for the rear passengers. So I've been driving this car around the entire day today since morning, and the first thing I can tell you is that even though this is just a facelift, somehow it feels quite different from the pre-facelift Cerato. So the first thing I can say is that the engine is pretty responsive, even though it's naturally aspirated, just a 1.6 litre engine. Somehow this car feels a bit more upmarket. Sometimes I feel like I'm driving a Volkswagen, because it just, like the materials they use, the interior feel, the way this car drives, yeah, it just feels like a VAG group car, and that's, yeah, not really a bad thing lah, right? So in this GT line you get like this flat bottom steering. There are quite a number of safety features, like your lane departure warning, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, smart cruise control. So there's a separate video, I'll put the link somewhere here or in the description, where you can check out me driving the car and then like testing out all these different things. So that was me flooring the car in normal mode. I feel like this has much lesser lag than the pre-facelift Cerato, even though they are using, I believe they are using the same engine. But maybe because this car is new, it only has like 2,261 kilometers on the clock. So maybe that's why, I'm not sure. But yeah, engine is pretty responsive. Sports mode, I tried it just now. Power is it just, sports mode basically just drags the gears, right? So yeah, that's what you get when you put this kind of sports mode. Yeah, that's what you get. The engine note is noticeably louder. Oh yeah, we went over some bumps just now. I have to say that this car is actually quite comfortable, and sound insulation is pretty good also. When I say like sound insulation is pretty good, pretty comfortable, I'm talking about for this price point, okay? Because for this price point, yeah, I think this car is excellent value for money, because especially this GT line, because you get all these safety features I mentioned earlier. Power is adequate because this is a family car, so yeah, you know, power is okay. Steering is very sensitive, you can see. Alright, and let me just demonstrate the lane keeping assist feature. So you can see right now that the car is trying to keep me within this lane, so it's gonna adjust itself. Okay, so this is on a slight bend. We are on a slight bend and the car is adjusting itself. Okay, keep your hands on steering wheel. Let's say I don't do it, what happens? Yeah, the car will keep adjusting for me. Oh nope, doesn't adjust already. Okay, now we continue adjusting. I think because just now at the junction there were no lane markings. Yeah, this is quite a useful feature. Works for the most part, but just now I was in quite heavy rain and I think visibility wasn't that good. So the car wasn't really able to detect the lane markings, and yeah, those kind of conditions, better not to use this feature lah. But apart from that, you know, whatever driving assistance features this car comes with, it works most of the time. Yeah, okay, so fuel consumption wise, my trip computer says I'm averaging 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers. So this Cerato was like designed to be a family friendly, point A to point B, reliable, affordable kind of car, and I think it suits that purpose very very well. People who traditionally would like opt for the Toyota Altis or Honda Civic, this kind of point A to point B cars, now they have another sort of another alternative, okay, to those cars. And then of course you also have the Avante, you also have like the Nissan Sylphy. So this, like in this segment, there are quite a number of cars for you to choose from, but I feel like at this price point, this car is excellent value for money. Plus cycle and carriage, they have 5 years warranty and 10 years engine warranty. 10 years engine warranty means that you buy this car, right, until the COE ends, you never have to worry about the engine. So I've clocked more than 200 kilometers on this car already, and I can tell you right now that sometimes I do feel like I'm driving a VAG group car, Volkswagen group I mean, because the steering, the material on the steering wheel feels exactly like the ones you get in a Volkswagen or Skoda or Seat. You know, it's just this like premium feeling leather on the steering wheel. Just the way the car responds when you drive it, you know, is the steering is very sharp with all these driving safety features and all that. Yeah, it really feels like a premium car. The only time you know that this is not a VAG group car is when you put your foot down. You don't feel that turbo surge because this is a naturally aspirated engine, right? So yeah, you don't get that surge. But other than that, right, the comfort, the you know, noise level is pretty quiet lah for the most part, okay, in this car. Honestly, at 9+K depreciation around there, yeah, this is a fantastic buy, honestly, for what you are getting. Just fantastic value for money. Looks good, drives well, comfortable, quiet, a lot of safety features, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, sound system. This is the, you know, stock sound system. There's no branded sound system, but it's good enough. Yeah man, there's really honestly nothing much to complain about at this price point. So yeah guys, that's my review of the 2022 Kia Cerato GT. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.